In early November, a Lufthansa flight departing Boston Logan International Airport for Munich Airport was forced to return to its origin shortly after departure twice in as many days. The flight, operated by an Airbus A340, was ultimately cancelled and the passengers were rerouted to Munich. Let's examine what happened in today's video. Lufthansa flight LH425, operated by an Airbus A340 registered Delta Alpha India Hotel Papa, initially departed Boston for Munich at 2018 local time on November 8th. The aircraft climbed to roughly 27,000 feet where it leveled off prematurely. After roughly 12 minutes at this altitude, the flight crew informed Air Traffic Control or ATC that it would need to return to Boston due to a technical failure. Loaded up with fuel for its transatlantic crossing, the pilots were required to dump fuel over the Atlantic Ocean to be under maximum landing weight. The flight landed safely on runway 33 left approximately 80 minutes after the initial departure. The airplane underwent maintenance inspections for several hours before the flight could be resumed. The second departure occurred at 01:06 local time on November 9th. Unfortunately, in a bad case of déjà vu, this flight met a similar fate to the last when, at about 27,000 feet, the aircraft leveled off and the pilots reported an engine malfunction to ATC. Again, the pilots requested to return to Boston, and again the pilots needed to dump fuel over the ocean before returning to ensure that the airplane was within a safe weight for landing. Just like the day before, the flight landed safely on runway 33 left, this time about 1 hour after departure. According to the Aviation Herald, the A340-600 was experiencing problems with its number 2 engine, but unfortunately this is as much detail as we have on the aircraft's issues. The passengers of flight LH425 were rerouted to their final destinations as the flight was cancelled. The flight resumed on schedule the following evening when another Airbus A340 registered Delta Alpha India Hotel India was placed on the route. Lufthansa told Simple Flying that the reason each time was the same technical problem with one of the engines, adding, "This could not be solved satisfactorily after the first diversion, so the A346 turned back a second time." The incident aircraft was then transferred to Munich on November 10th, with Lufthansa reporting that passengers will be compensated according to EU guidelines. After returning to Munich on November 11th, the quadjet returned to regular commercial service on the 12th and has been flying regularly since then. The 281-seat A340 joined the Lufthansa fleet in 2006 and has been operated by the carrier ever since. Used primarily for long-haul flights, the wide-body jet has accrued over 52,000 flight hours on over 5,000 flights. The 16-year-old aircraft is expected to retire next year. However, with many aircraft deliveries being delayed due to the pandemic, this retirement may be pushed back in accordance with the airline's needs. Have you flown on a Lufthansa A340 before? Let us know in the comments below. In addition to our daily YouTube videos, Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.